It's Teach Tuesday, and today I'm going to teach you a card trick that you can do anytime, anywhere with a borrowed, shuffled deck of cards. To start off this trick, you're going to need a deck of cards. It can be borrowed and shuffled by the spectator as much as they'd like until they are happy that the cards are well and mixed. You're then going to ask if they believe that they have a good gut instinct, a good intuition. And no matter what they say, you're going to tell them that we're going to put it to the test. You're going to have them start dealing cards onto the table. And whenever they feel like their gut instinct tells them to stop, you want them to just stop dealing. It's at this point you'll explain that before they even started dealing the cards or shuffling or anything, you wrote down a prediction. You have them reach inside the box, pull out the prediction, and read it out loud, which in this case is the 5 of hearts. You then recap that they shuffled the cards, they dealt down, they stopped wherever they wanted, you haven't touched the cards at all, and ask them to flip over the top card, which happens to be the 5 of hearts. So before you do this trick, before you start, the only sort of setup is to write down a prediction. It could be any card that is in the deck, fold that up, and put it inside the card box. Now the only real secret to this trick is that whatever card you wrote down in here, you're going to remove from the deck and place underneath the card box. And the neat thing is you can hold this deck just like you normally would, and no one would suspect that you've got a secret card loaded underneath it. You're going to have them shuffle the cards as much as they'd like, and then just like I explained when I performed it, you're going to ask them if they believe in their gut instinct, their intuition. You're going to have them deal out cards one by one onto the table, and wherever they'd like, they can stop. Now, I should mention that this is a little bit easier to do. The move that you're about to do is a little bit easier if the cards aren't exactly squared up. If you have them deal out the cards, it's okay if it's a little sloppy. Because what you're going to do now, once they've stopped dealing and they're happy with that, is you're going to take the box with the card underneath it and load it right on top of the pile. And you can do this kind of casually as you make some sort of motion or ask them a question, or even as you're recapping what's just happened. You set that down and explain. You shuffled the cards, you dealt down, you stopped at a card, and inside the box, I've written a prediction. Now you have them pull out the prediction, read it out loud, the 5 of hearts, and have them flip over that top card, which should hopefully match your prediction. Now you do want a little bit of what's called time misdirection between loading the card onto the pile and then opening the prediction. Because if you just load it and then say, okay, open this up now, it seems a little suspicious. So it's nice to be able to set that down, ask them a question, and then have them open it, and then maybe recap there what's happened. You want as much time as you can between loading the top card there and then flipping it over. You also kind of want to get this out of the way. You want them to not even remember that you set that on top of the pile. So get that out of sight there, and just have the prediction out, have them flip the card, and there you go. There you go. That's a really quick, easy one to do. I remember performing this when I first started out, and it might seem a little bold to just load that card on top of the pile, but trust me, if you do it with confidence and you do it casually, it will fly under the radar. Nobody suspects it, and this will fool people. So, as always, practice it. Try it out on friends and family, somebody you can trust, before you perform it for complete strangers who might try and bust you. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys next week. I feel like I need some sort of magic sign-off, like a outro thing that I say. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I always feel awkward ending these videos, and now it's even more awkward. Okay, bye.